she will definitely leave you saying, how is this possibly even the same person? When you see comedian, actress, singer, mother, author, Colleen Ballinger actually transform into Miranda Sings. So we are here with her on the phone because we want to know how she actually does this transformation. Because let me tell you what, good morning to you, by the way.
Good morning.
And I am a huge fan of yours, and I actually started watching you after I saw your interview with Jerry Seinfeld, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yes, that was so fun. Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're welcome. So then I had to hop on and Google you because I'm like, all right, I need to see what this person really looks like. And you probably get that a lot, right?
Yeah, people want to know if Miranda is real or not and what I actually look like. That's kind of how my career kind of started, is people were just like, wait, is this real or is this an actress?
Right. So we're getting a look at some of your footage right now. So explain how you got to this point. I mean, the hair slicked back on the sides, the lipstick that obviously goes a little bit beyond, I don't know if you noticed, the lip line. But how did you bring her to life?
Well, it all started actually 12 years ago, which is insane. I can't believe I'm still doing it this many years later. But, I was just goofing around and imitating some girls that I went to school with who were not very nice. And then over time, I started to get a little bit of views on the internet. And I started getting hate comments. And I thought the hate comments were so funny because back then, the internet wasn't as popular as it is now. So the fact that people were quote unquote bullying this girl that wasn't even real. They were just so bored to like make hate comments against me. I thought it was so funny that I started exaggerating whatever they didn't like. So if they didn't like my lipstick, I would put on more. If they didn't like the way I talked, I would talk weirder. If they didn't like my clothes, I'd make them more outrageous. So the hate comments actually are kind of what made the character grow into the weird person that she is now. But yeah, I can't believe I'm doing it all these years later. It's been over a decade.
That's awesome. And like I said, they actually fueled your fire. And look at you now with you have billions of views, millions of followers, right? So thanks to that.
Yeah, it's insane. I can't believe it. And it's funny that this character that started out as just kind of a silly, fun thing for my friends, it started to go viral and I started to get attention on the internet with it. And over time grew this huge audience, which is just amazing. But I was never anticipating it for it to become such a big figure for young girls to kind of look up to. It was always just kind of a silly thing to me. And then over time, I found that it was actually inspiring young girls to not care about bullies and haters. And it's okay to be weird and different and be confident in your uniqueness. So it's been really a fun journey to create this character and grow with her and have, the fans kind of inspire me in many ways. It's been really fun.
Do you find that sometimes people have a hard time separating your character from Miranda from Colleen sometimes, though, in certain situations?
Sometimes I think I have a hard time separating the two. But yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. Sometimes a little bit of Miranda comes out of me, but I think all of us have a little bit of Miranda in us, just someone who's weird and different and quirky and not afraid to be who they really are. I think that's deep down in all of us somewhere. We just kind of have to pull it out. And so, people don't really have a hard time figuring out which one is me and which one is Miranda, but people do often call me Miranda instead of Colleen. And I'm known more for the character than I am for myself.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. And speaking of your character, my goodness, you've been on stage. You've, written a couple of books?
Yeah. It's crazy. I can't believe how far this career has taken me with this character. I've written books, and I've gotten to do so many incredible things, like my Netflix series and my stand-up Netflix comedy special and the world tours. I mean, I did Broadway last year, so it's really brought me the most incredible opportunities. I can't even believe it. Even my Netflix show is where I met my husband, and now we have a son. So because of Miranda, I fell in love and now have the best thing in my whole life, which is my little family. So it's really brought me all of the most wonderful things in my life. Doing this weird character has just changed everything for me.
Well, I'm a weird mom. I have a son who will be 4 soon, so I kind of laugh because now I'm to the point where I like to laugh and have fun and make silly faces and stuff. You'll find out you're not as cool as you thought you were real soon.
Oh, no, I've already figured that out. I've already figured out I am not as cool as I thought. I mean, it's every day where I'm like, oh, gosh, I am such a mom now, like the things that I do and the things that I say.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. It's the best.
But he doesn't call you Mom. He has to call you what? Little Pinto Bean, as you called him in one YouTube video.
Yeah.
Pinto Bean. He has to call you what? Your Highness or Your Majesty?
Yeah, so, well, when I'm in character, which is rare around him, I try not to scare him, so I'm never really in character around him. But when I am, yeah, the character Miranda makes her son call her Your Highness or Your Majesty, and,
awesome.
and calls him Pinto Bean. But when it's me, it's Mama, and we're pretty much best friends. But that might be confusing for him as he gets a little bit older and starts to understand, why is my mom changing and becoming another woman half the time?
Absolutely.
But for now, he doesn't get it, so it's fine.
All right, we got to start wrapping up here pretty soon. I could talk to you for a very long time. But your act coming here to Grand Rapids for LaughFest, what can we expect without giving the whole thing away?
The live show is so fun, and it's my favorite show I've done in the last 10 years of touring, but there's a lot of singing and dancing and acting and magic. It's kind of like a variety show when you're watching Miranda, but then I transform on stage and become me in the middle of a magic trick. So in front of everyone's eyes, I change from this character into myself, and then I do the second half of the show as myself and sing properly, or I try to at least.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of just really fun comedy and craziness, and it's a great show for the whole family. There's jokes in it for everyone. So it's a blast, and I hope everyone comes out to see it. It's going to be a fun night.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. Once again, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to speak with us. So Friday, March 6th, you can see her at Fountain Street Church, 7 o'clock. Go to LaughFest GR to snag those tickets, laughfestgr.org to snag those tickets. Colleen, have an awesome day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.